So I need to cut this out right here from here to here because I want the pavers to kind of flow around. And so I'm gonna cut that out with this concrete saw. I just went down to my local rental shop and we're gonna cut her out right now. So I've never used one of these concrete saws before. I guess there's a first time for everything. Shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. So that wasn't too difficult. Got that side cut. I just need to cut this side. I do have some rebar in there, so that was a little bit difficult to get through there, but kind of went through like butter, not too hard. So there, I got it cut, and hopefully it's deep enough. I can just kind of pull it out, hopefully, and see if it comes out like it should. So the shovel did not work. Too much time I left with this bar. So it doesn't look like I have cut deep enough. I need to go a little bit deeper somehow. So it's clear to me that the concrete is deeper than the saw will cut, because when I pry on this, that's coming up. Using a sledge is just not something that I want to do. I think I'll maybe cut a couple of relief cuts and then see if I can get that out with the sledge. I don't know, I guess this is going to be a little bit more difficult than I originally thought it was going to be. Right, so as much as I do not want to use the sledge, here it is. So the concrete is super deep. It's becoming a challenge to get it out because it's super deep, but I want it deep because I don't deal as much with frost and heave. But it's in there good, and she doesn't want to come out. We'll get it out of there. Oh man, right in the face. It is in there deep. I built this little contraption right here. This is a sifter to sift this road base. There's a lot of bigger rocks in this road base, and I want them out of there. And I know you need that in there per the spec. So I just made this little sieve out of a piece of hardware cloth, 1/2 inch hardware cloth, just nailed together a 2x4 frame. You just shake it all out, and all the smaller material will fall through, and the bigger stuff goes in the wagon. So I just needed a way to get some of the bigger chunks out of here because I'm using a screed over there on my parking section, and these bigger rocks right here are not going under the screed, or they're just causing me grief. So I attached the hardware cloth to the underside of this 2x4 frame, and then I just put a couple of 2x material that I had ripped down with my saw around here so I could rub it on here like this without it catching on the hardware cloth. So now I've got a wagon full of this material, this road-based material, and it's still got some bigger pieces, but anything bigger than a 1/2 inch is gone. And now I can put it over there in my parking area, smooth it out, level it out, all nice and dandy. So these Gorilla carts, they are fantastic. If you don't have one, I know they're a little bit expensive, but super useful. I mean, look at the use I'm getting out of it right now. It's just awesome. Love it. So I know some of you guys are gonna say, You know, you really shouldn't be screening out that road base. You're gonna need those big pieces in there to keep things in place, but here's what you're not realizing, folks. Already got the road base down. It's just a minor layer on the top to bring it up to grade. I've got this much pit run or more, and I probably have this much road base, 4 inches or so of road base. So I'm not worried about the big pieces. They're already in there. So I just know that comment's coming. Why are you pulling out the big rocks? You're gonna need those. I already know it's coming. So the ratio is about, for every 2 loads of screen material, I get about 3/4 of a load of this rock unscreened material. So I actually made one of these things with a cylinder, round thing, made with hardware cloth, bicycle wheels or rims, and a motor. And so I'll link to that up here, wherever, but it's kind of a cool thing. I used it and screened several dump truck loads of topsoil for my lawn over here before I planted it. And so that was an awesome machine, but it sat out in the weather for so long that I just took it apart and threw away most of the parts except for the pulleys and the motor. Actually, I think I threw the motor away. Got the motor for free at the landfill, so just took it back there. So why did I build that trommel? The round one, because I got all the soil for free. It was just full of rocks, but I got a ton of soil for free. So I think you can tell from here that I killed my lawn. It's all brown. Sprayed Roundup on it intentionally. So I wanted just to get a nice clean looking lawn. Wanted to get all the POA out of there, all the ryegrass out of there, and go straight blue. So I'm using the screed board right here to get this just at the right elevation. So just want this all the same elevation. That's what this screed 2x6 does. And that's why I put these rails in here. So I can just screed it over and over and over to make it smooth. I'm done with that side, pretty well done with that side. Then I just need to get the compactor, maybe tomorrow. Compact it when it's wet. It's actually way too high right here. I'm about a half-inch high over there, which is not good. So I really don't need any of this material that's in here. And I might need to figure out a way to get some of it out of there.